Hi, Brian.
Hi there.
We'll call the November meeting of the Sister Cities Commission to order. Madam Secretary, have you done the roll call?
Yes.
Thank you very much. We have an approval of the agenda. Is there a motion to approve?
So move.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to approve the agenda for tonight.
Man.
Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Hi.
Motion carried. Approval of the minutes are emailed to you from October 6th. Is there a motion to approve those?
I move to approve those as
I will
written.
second that.
A motion made and seconded to approve the minutes from October 6th. Any discussion? Not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. The financial statement was also emailed to you, and I just wanted to make note that our projects this summer and fall have yielded nearly $1,500 between the brat stand and the Legion and the wine tasting. I think a couple of things might be in the wrong pigeonhole on there, but that's still a nice project for those, the times that we worked. And I should mention, we have two guests tonight. We have Eva and her sister Julia. Eva was here 2 years ago and worked at the New Ulm Medical Center with Ann Makepeace, and they're here on a 2-week holiday, and they're actually on the second week of it.
Well, not holiday necessarily. They've already worked for us in the Legion, so it's sort of a work holiday.
That's what I was going to lead into. They were both at the Legion. That really was neat, interfacing with the customers there. So we thank you for that, and for those coming over to Rodney's, they're going to be joining us over there, so you can meet Julia and re-greet Eva. Unfinished business is the kiosk. Paul Meidel is going to take a look at the one in Hancios Park and give a material list and a construction cost before he leaves for Florida for the winter, and they go right after Christmas. So hopefully at our next meeting he'll have it ready, and then we can decide what direction we're going, and he would build it then when they return in the spring. Having said that, we probably need to do some discussion during the next few months, even with his, because I have had a commission member or two say, maybe we should consider one of those hard metal signs with the raised letters that are in a lot of the parks to have it match. So anyway, we'll know more when he gives us the price. I know those are hellaciously expensive, those permanent metal ones, like sit in front of Turner Hall is one right out here in front of City Hall. We bought some of those through Junior Pioneers, and they're real expensive. But anyway, I got him working on it. He's an excellent carpenter, and we'll be able to do the list. Jack, can you just give a comment on Ann Vogel's idea?
Okay, if the kiosk is built, she's looking at the possibility of investing in what they call the Ulmer Spatz, for anybody who's been to Germany, to put in connection with our kiosk. There's a smaller one that's about so big that you can get, and then there's the very large one, which is about 1 meter by 1 meter wingspan and length, which is pretty common throughout the city of Ulm and people's gardens. I've been in contact with the man who makes those and got some prices for her. She's really into this, and so we're just waiting to see what happens with the kiosk so we can see what's going to happen with the possibility there.
Good. Thank you, Jack. Move on to new business. It's been a tradition, Lisa tells me, that we give $25 in chamber dollars to each of the 3 host families. And so I would entertain a motion to do that for.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
A motion made and seconded to approve a payment to the host families of $25 in chamber dollars for the summer's service.
What do you have to do? You're retired.
Item B is consider participation in the 2014 Parade of Lights on Friday, November 28th. I'm sorry, thank you. On the first one, is there any further discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Carol. Now, consider participation in the 2014 Parade of Lights, which is on Friday, November 28th. Carolyn, I'll turn it over to you.
I haven't actually talked to my sister, but she has that convertible that she, and I think, and Bob said he has a generator that we could put in the trunk, and if we covered the car with lights, we wouldn't necessarily have to be like in costume inside. Bruce said we could maybe put the Sister City sign that we already have on it and be in the parade of lights, but I haven't talked to Sue about it yet. So, I mean, could we like approve it based on her approval? Is that a doable thing or not a doable? Does that work? I mean, I think it'd be fun, so
I would make the motion, Carolyn, but I think you should be in costume. That's the only stipulation I would like to put in
Have you seen my
there.
costumes?
Yes, I have. That's why I think you should be in those costumes.
So, is that a motion, Brian?
Yes.
Brian?
Is there-
Okay.
Okay, we had a motion.
I'll send a note out if I find it. I'll just tell everybody that. Does that work?
Sure.
All right.
Sure, so you'll let us know.
I will let you know
What Sue decides.
what Sue and Ed decide. Roommates.
Okay, go ahead. All right, is there any further discussion? Not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carried. Item C is the recognition committee of Bob, Harold, and Brian need to get together because our January meeting is the recognition of somebody that's a friend of the Sister Cities, and we have our meeting out at the Kegel Club and have a little get-together, present the award after the meeting, and then a meal out there. And it says the recognition committee is in charge of that. And I know, Brian, you've already suggested an idea that you can bring to your other
Okay.
committee members. Bob is the chairman, so we'll leave it to you to call that meeting.
Okay.
And
Goodness, we don't have to worry about chaos.
so that doesn't need any.
Dear.
That doesn't need any action. Introduced Eva and Julia. The last thing I have is I did receive a communication from Lauren this afternoon. And she's moved. Her first month is up in Ulm, and now she's at a boarding school near, do you know how to pronounce that, Jack? Schlelagen or something like that? 25 kilometers from Ulm. It's not the most interesting place in the world to be, but oh well. But for the more exciting news, I was offered a job by the Berlitz Language School, where Michelle Malika works, and I'm planning on coming back to Ulm in January to work and live. So for the second consecutive year, our outbound Hansios is going back. So that's kind of exciting. And I have not had any communication from Ellie since the one I reported on last month. I did reach out to her last Monday and just anything you want me to tell the commission, but I did not hear any response back. So just to keep you up to date there. Is there any other business with the commission tonight? If not, a motion to adjourn would be in order.
I move that we adjourn.
I second.
Motion's been made and seconded to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.